and I just decided to come on tonight and do a little training about sharing this business opportunity and how it's so easy. It doesn't have to be hard. And I did a little class the other night for our unit night, and I ran out of time. So I just thought, well, maybe I'd better do it now. And redo it so that everybody could benefit from what I've learned about sharing this opportunity. And we just got off a class. I had all my notes planned, and then we just got off a class with Nathan Moore and all of the top directors, and Joan was on there with me, and of course all of our directors are top directors. But he was so amazing, talking about why there has never been a better time. Never has there ever been a better time in the history of this company, in the history of this world, for us, for network marketing, for direct sales. There has never been a better time for direct selling, because all the retailers are really having a difficulty because people aren't going into the stores. And like he was saying that Estee Lauder was down 61% over this last year since COVID. Mary Kay is up, and Neiman Marcus is closing. He was talking about Ulta's down 29%. And he said, we have never been more positioned for greatness. And it's not about us going out and getting people. It's about us going out and giving people this opportunity, because there's never been a time where people would need more opportunity than right now. Everybody needs a side hustle. So many people have lost their jobs. We have a huge opportunity to seize our market share than ever before. So I want to talk to you about what are you doing to get your share, right? What are you doing to get your share and to help other people get their market share? First of all, the convenience of Mary Kay. Mary Kay is so convenient because we provide everything. The company is providing manufacturing for us. They're doing distribution for us. We just have to get the product to the customer. We have to test it and do virtually. So it's the convenience of having a Mary Kay consultant. It's customer service, how easy it is. And it's the quality products of how we make people feel important. We make people feel important, just like Mary Kay did for us when we got started. And so why is it our time? It's because before this pandemic, since the pandemic, there's been record low unemployment. Now we have something to give for people that are having difficult times in life. We have something to offer people. So we're going to talk about sharing how to connect with people. We're going to talk about how to help people feel better about themselves. We're going to talk about we may be the only person that reaches out to someone. So it's that connectivity that we have. Our fundamental strengths have never been more relevant, the way that Mary Kay taught. Supplemental income has never been more necessary. So are we going out to team building to see what we can get? Or are we going out to team build so that we can see what we can give to other people? So change, as John Maxwell said, change is inevitable, but growth is optional. So how are we going to grow our businesses now during this pandemic to blow the lid off these next couple months? Just like Nathan said, we are at the right place at the right time. We can be confident that we've got the best product. We've got the golden rule. We've got the core values. We help people feel better about themselves. That's what Mary Kay does. And so the fact is, people need extra income, and that's why we are at the right place at the right time. So I want to tell you some training that Arlene Linares, who was the #1 national, she was our national, Karen Pirro's mama bear. She was Karen's mama bear, and then so she's like our grandmama in Mary Kay, and she was #1 national for years and years. And she said that recruiting is as important to your business as basic skincare. Until you're consistent in recruiting as you are in the other areas of your business, you cannot experience the full benefits of that Mary Kay has to offer, either in personal growth or financial security? If you can answer yes to the following questions, there's no reason why you should not be one of the top recruiters in our unit. So these are the questions. Number 1, do you believe in the Mary Kay products? Do you believe in the Mary Kay products? Number 2, do you believe in the Mary Kay opportunity? And number 3, do you believe in yourself? Now remember, we believe in Mary Kay because we now are leaning into our strength, which is personalized service, which is providing what we've always done, skincare and education and product in people's homes. We're just doing it virtually, so that's why we're at the right place at the right time. It's crazy, isn't it? So, the most important reason for recruiting is to become a better consultant yourself. Not only will the amount of your recruiting check soar, but you also will grow as a person knowing you've invested in someone else's success. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Christine. Hi, Rebecca. So we're going to talk about why recruit. That's what Arlene said. It's as important as your basic skincare. It's as important as it's the having, as Lisa Caltabiano says, it's having both oars in the water at the same time. If you just have one oar, you're going to go around in circles and around in circles. But if you're sharing and selling and sharing and selling, you are going to be blessing people beyond belief, and you will be amazed that they're going to say yes to you because they're waiting for something. It's not about us. It's about the people that need something in their lives right now. They may need a connectivity. They may need income. They may need the quality products. Whatever it is, we have it. And when people buy from a local Mary Kay beauty consultant, they are supporting the community. They're supporting the Mary Kay Foundation. $58 million given to victims of domestic violence, $28 million given to cancers that affect primarily women. You guys, we are at the right place at the right time. So, why are we not recruiting? I want to talk about that for a minute. Why are we not recruiting? Well, I believe that the number one reason that we're not recruiting is because we don't want the responsibility of it. I think that we forget that that's what the director is for, right? And so the director's job is to help train new people and to help teach. That's what we do. So as you're growing up in the business, then you're learning that as well. And remember what Arlene said? The best thing you can do for your business is to be a recruiter, because then you get better, right? I just had a couple people asking me questions about the business, and because they're working with their new team members. And so that's what makes us better. I also think that the reason that we don't recruit is because we're worried that the person's future is in our hands. You know, I've helped thousands and thousands of people get started in Mary Kay, and never once have I said, woohoo, I'm responsible for her success. It was me, it was me, it was me. I've never said that. Nor have I ever blamed myself for the choices that she's made about whether she wants to be in this business or not, right? I have never, ever asked that. So, or taken responsibility for her success or her choices not to do Mary Kay. And I think the other reason we don't recruit is because we don't want to lose customers. And so that's a really big deal. We don't want to lose our customers. But you know what? You can't hold the penny so close to the eye that you miss the dollar. You can't become a director. You can't drive a free car in Mary Kay without team building. It's how the marketing plan was meant. That's what made Mary Kay so extraordinary, is that she could see all of that. She knew that the more that you can't climb the ladder of success alone without taking other people with you. So if I'm climbing the ladder of success, I'm reaching here and bringing up people with me. That's how you earn cars. That's how you become a director. That's how you get the great reward benefits. That's how you get the red jacket bonus. That's how you get the $50 for every qualified. Don't ever leave money on the table. That's what our national sales director taught us. And so all of those avenues are available. I'm sorry, I just got a phone call, so I had to turn it off. So it's much more beneficial. It's much more beneficial to be selling the product, making 50% of everything you sell, so that you will meet new people at your virtual appointments, at your friends' appointments there. They're inviting people, and then you are team building because people hear about Mary Kay. Now, people to look for. We want to look for people that have a great attitude. We want to look for people that have a great attitude. We want to look for people that are women of their word, that they do what they say that they're going to do, that their integrity, they have a great attitude and they do what they say they're going to do, and that they're decisive. They can make a decision to join us. We want to, let me put my glasses back on. I already said that, where they are where they say they will be, and that they've had a success in their past. When you look at all of the people in our units, every single one of you has had a success. Every single one of you has had a success. You have been captain of your cheerleading squad. You've been the prom queen. You've been president of your youth organization at church. You've been a Bible study leader. All of the people that are successful in Mary Kay have been, all of you all, join this company because you love the leadership. You love what it offers. So that's who we look for. We look for people that are good at what they do. So I always, my friend who was a mentor to me because Karen was out of town, always our national was out of town. And so Kathy Rasmussen was a national sales director in my area. And she always said, like, if you have a server that waits on you, thank you, Christine. If you have a server that waits on you and she is awesome, like everybody is like just kind of bringing stuff and doing this, but she's like all over the place. You've spotted them. They're all over the place. They're bringing things to everybody. They've got the tin top. They do it all. And you can say to her, I know two things about you. First of all, you are fabulous at what you do. And second of all, you're not getting paid what you're worth. Ah! What a great thing to say. What an opening. And Kathy Rasmussen taught me that. And so when you say that you pick the people that you want to work with, the people that have good attitude, that they do what they say they're going to do, you can count on them to be women of their word. Then you call them and tell them, and you say, hey, Christine, it's Faith with Mary Kay. I have been thinking about you. You've been on my mind for the last couple days. I just can't get you off my mind. Mary Kay has never been more right for the times. So many people are having trouble getting their products, getting to the stores, doing all of that, and Mary Kay has never been more right for the times. I would love to tell you about the business. Now, she'll probably say, oh, I could never do that. Oh, no, never. And then what do we usually do? We try to sell her. Then we say, oh no, I really think you'd be great. I think you'd be great in Mary Kay. I think you'd be so good. Let me tell you, you make 50% of everything you sell, and then you make 4, 8, 9, 13% of commissions on your people, and then all of a sudden we're trying to recruit her. What I want you to do is to sell the appointment. Sell the appointment with me, sell the appointment with your director, sell the appointment for a lunch and learn, but more than anything, it's better to do a 3-way Zoom call with you and your prospect and me. That's the best thing to do, or your director. And then you can tell them about the business. We can tell them about it because you can't make an informed decision without the information. So I will say to them, oh my gosh, I just want to tell you about it. Just give me 15 minutes of your time on a Zoom call. You don't even have to be on video. You can just be on audio. But just give me 15 minutes of your time and I will give you a free lipstick just for listening, because I think that you, not only is Mary Kay right for the times, but I think you're right for this business. And so then if she says, no, I don't think so, then just keep trying to sell the appointment. Say, no. You know what? These are the words you have to say. Maybe it's for you and maybe it's not. Maybe it's for you and maybe it's not. And if it's not for you, you're the kind of person that I want, so you can be a talent scout for me. Is that a deal? And you'll get a free lipstick. You'll get whatever you want. I'll give you whatever you want just for listening. Okay, now, sell the appointment. And then if she's not interested, she can be a talent scout. So what we're going to do, we're going to start recruiting because we realize that we don't have responsibility for people's success or their disappointments or their choices. We're not responsible for that. We're not going to lose customers. There's a lot of skin out there. It's more important for us to be thinking recruiting is multitasking. Recruiting is multitasking. A lot of really, really, really busy women don't have a lot of extra time, but maybe 4 to 8 hours of Mary Kay a week. But if you recruit 10 people who have 4 hours, now all of a sudden you've got a 44-hour week. You've got your 4 hours and somebody else's 4 40. And so you see, all of a sudden now you're building your organization and you're climbing the ladder of success because you're becoming a better consultant by working with these people. So it just, don't leave money on the table. It just makes better sense, right? So we're gonna call, we're gonna tell her why we think she'd be great. We're going to get the appointment. We're not going to try to sell her on the business over the phone. We're going to sell the appointment. Just like product. You wouldn't try to sell the facial, right? We wouldn't try to sell the facial without, I mean, it's like we do QVC now, but before that, I wasn't like, oh, let me tell you about Mary Kay and the 3D, and this is what the 3D's got in it, and blah, 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 blah. We don't do that. We let people try before they buy. It's the same way with the opportunity. We're letting them try on Mary Kay for size. And when they say they don't think they'd be interested, and then I say, you know what? You might not be. Maybe it's for you, maybe it isn't. But then again, you might. And how can you make an informed decision if you don't have all the information? So please, 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 just talk to me because it could change your life forever. It could. All right? So then we're going to get the interview. Now, we're going to go through the interview. I wasn't going to do interviews really exactly here because if I'm going to do them with you, but if you're doing your own interviews, basically you want to ask her questions about herself. You want to say, tell me a little bit about yourself. If she, I must see how much time I have. If she goes on and tells you about her degrees and her education and all of her jobs, then she's probably a pretty strong, dominant person. If you say, tell me a little bit about yourself, and she never shuts up, then she's probably like me, and she's an influencer. She just wants to chat and be best friends. It's all about the relationships, right? I have heard more fabulous stories since COVID, how the Mary Kay lady has been the only person that has paid attention to people, has called the Mary Kay person or the Mary Kay director who's been checking in and paying attention to people. Do not ever underestimate what this company can do for people. So when you go through, so then you ask questions, tell me a little bit about yourself. If she tells you all about her husband and her kids, then she's probably a steady personality. And then if she says, well, what do you want to know? Then she's probably compliant. So if she's dominant personality and she wants to, she's told you all of her degrees and all of her education and all of her jobs and all of that, then she's pretty much a bottom line kind of girl, chicky girl. She's going to want to know how to make the money. How do I get in? She wants to be fast. Her leg's probably shaking when she's talking to you, but you might not be able to see that on a Zoom call. If you ask about a love and belonging person, if you if she just starts going on about, well, I was born in Cincinnati and blah, 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 and it just goes on and on and on forever and you can't get a word in edgewise, then probably she is an influencer and she's just going to want to have a bunch of girlfriends and she's going to want to know that she can get recognition and be successful. That's what she's going to want to know. And then the steady personality who talks about her husband and her kids, it needs to know that Mary Kay is not going to rock the boat, that nobody in her family is going to die from peanut butter on the breath, that she's going to be able to work Mary Kay into her life. She doesn't have to fit her life around Mary Kay, right? And then if she's compliant, she's probably going to want some details and maybe want some different sheets of paper about the business. So that's probably how you get that information. And then really just kind of don't overthink it. Talk about 50% of everything we sell on the web, in person, on the virtual appointments. Then talk about commissions. Mary Kay pays us to build this organization. She doesn't go out from Texas and find good people to do that. She leaves it up to us to do that, right? And then, talk about the prizes. Pull out your quarterly prize brochure. See all the benefits they can get. And then show the cars on the back to the Steps to Success brochure. And that's all you need to do. Seriously, that's all you need to do. It is going to be amazing. And then you say, of all the things you heard today, what sounds the best? Now, if you haven't done your own interview, I'd rather you watch me do one or watch your director do one and then get confident in it. And, you don't have to, it's like nurses. See one, do one, teach one, right? Pretty soon you're going to be such a pro, you don't even know all that you know. But you just don't want to overthink it, overtalk it. You just want to find out what her hot button is and what she's looking for. What are you looking for? What is it? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What makes you happy? What makes you sad? And those are the kinds of questions that we ask. And then plug the business into her. And then I say, of all the things you heard today, what sounds the best? And then she'll say, oh, I'd love a free car. Holy smoke. We just about lost our car during COVID. Then you say, I can help you do that. What else sounds good to you? And then she'll say, well, I love the money. I need a little extra money. I need a side hustle. I'd love to make 50% of everything we sell, and I know a ton of friends. Great. What else sounds the best to you? And I keep doing that until she runs out of things, because as long as she's talking, she is selling herself on the Mary Kay business, right? So I just keep asking her, what else? What else? What else? And then I say, is there any reason we can't help you get started today? And at this point, hi, Susan Campbell. At this point, I was doing this recruiting class because I had to do it for our meeting the other night. And I thought Joan asked me to put it on the Galaxy page so everybody can go back and watch it later. So then I ask, is there anything holding you back? And then she's going to give me an objection. So I want to teach you how to overcome objections. So the 6 steps to overcoming objections are to, number 1, listen to what she says. Number 2, acknowledge that you heard what she said. All right? Number 3, empathize. Empathize, understand. Mary Kay always said, feel, felt, and found. Number 4, offer a solution. Number 5, give choices. And number 6, be quiet. The first person who talks buys. So we're going to listen. So she says, oh my gosh, I'd love to do Mary Kay, but I'd love the car. I love the money, but I just told you we almost lost everything during COVID. My husband lost his job. Say, okay, if is that what you're saying? Is that the $100? Right now, you can get started for $30. Remember we went over that? $30, $100, $30, $100, or $130. So I would listen, and then I would acknowledge. So what you're saying, Sarah, is that is money the only thing that's holding you back? Is it just that $30 right now? So if you had $30 right now, would you be wanting to sign up? Well, then sometimes they'll give you another objection, because usually they don't give the first objection first. They'll give another objection. They'll give another objection. They'll give another objection. So then I say, okay, if you had the $30 right now, would you join us? Well, I just don't know if I could do it. Okay, all right, I understand that. You're concerned that you couldn't do that. What part of it? So then you're listening, you're acknowledging, and then you're empathizing. And so if somebody says, oh no, my husband would kill me, well, my husband wouldn't kill me. I don't have that kind of husband. So I can't very well say, oh, I know just what you mean, girl. Phew. But I would say, you know what? I've worked with a lot of people that felt that same way. Their husbands were not as enthusiastic about this business as they were. So what would it take? Would it help if I got on a call with him? Would that be a solution? So see, what you want to do is offer solutions and give choices. And then you say, what would be better for you to go and talk to him tonight, or for you to get me on the phone with him so that I could answer questions, or my Gil could get on the phone. All right, so what if she says, is there anybody on here that, oh, hi, Amber, thank you so much. Think of an objection. Give me an objection, somebody, so that I can run it through. Okay, somebody give me an objection. Because we're almost done here. I'm just going to do about less than 5 minutes, because we have that EQ, that emotional quotient call in just a little bit. Okay? Anybody else have an objection? All right, let's say it's time. Oh my gosh, we're working 3 jobs. I have 4 kids. Oh, there's no way in the world. I said, oh my gosh, you do sound busy, girl. So it's your time. So if you had a little bit of time, would Mary Kay be something that you'd be interested in? See, you're always just giving it back. Is it something that you'd be interested in? She'd say, yes, I would, but how am I going to fit it in? I'm working 2 restaurants. I have my day job. Well, how am I going to fit it in? And I say, if I could help you get started in this business, if I could teach you, do you feel like you're coachable? Do you feel like you're trainable? Would I be able to teach you how to do this business with as much time as you have, or as little time? Oh, that's it. I don't have the time. That's it. Okay, so let's look at that. If you have an hour a week, do you have an hour a week that you could join us on the Face Place and do virtual parties with us? Ask her. Ask her, and then be quiet and let her answer. Okay, we're going to listen, we're going to acknowledge, we're going to empathize, we're going to offer solutions, we're going to give choices, and then we're going to be quiet. And that's how you build your team. Because if we've got all the answers all the time, then people don't have the freedom of thinking for themselves. So if I said to her, how do you think you could eke out an hour or two? Or if I could show you how to make $100 in an hour, or even $200, or some of our consultants are making $500 in an hour, where do you think you could find that hour? And then be quiet. Then you have to be quiet. Okay, so are there any questions? So basically, we want you to know that there has never been a better time to recruit. There has never been more quality products, better customer service, a company that reaches out to people. We're just not sitting ducks waiting for people. Oh, I hope people come to me today. It's not like that in Mary Kay. We go out to people, right? We go out to them virtually. We've never been at a better, more successful place ever. Ever. And so we are doing an injustice. We are being self-centered by not telling people what we have to offer them. It is their prerogative to say yes or no. But if we never ask, the answer will always be no. So I hope this blessed you today. I just want to, I love this achieving the dream. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small doesn't serve this world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. There you go. I want this September of Mary Kay's 57th anniversary to be your best recruiting month ever. So talk to everybody. Tell them why you think they'd be great, and then sell the appointment, and then get your director on the phone, and we'll do a 3-way call. I love you. Bye. Thank you for being with me. Woo!